He loves the game, he has fun with it, and he's very good at it.
I'm an agent provocateur.
Political strategist.
Controversial as you can get.
An incredible capacity for treachery.
Win-at-all-cost mentality.
When people think of Washington corruption, they think of Roger Stone.
Those who say I have no soul, those who say I have no principles, are losers. Those are bitter losers.
And so let me ask you, when he returned from, you were there at Mar-a-Lago when he returned from New York.
Yes.
Right, court. And did you see anything like particular, anything special, any changes? How was
Well,
it?
first of all, the atmosphere in the room itself was electric. Just the whole vibe was very different. Now, he announced his candidacy for re-election in the very same room a couple months previously, and that, while it was fine, it was somewhat flat. The when you compared it to Tuesday night, the enthusiasm, first of all, there is a very large sense of outrage among his supporters that he's being treated this way by partisan Democrat prosecutors and a growingly weaponized Justice Department. We recently learned, for example, that the FBI has been infiltrating the Catholic Church to look for extremists. An extremist is defined now as someone who's opposed to abortion. If you are pro-life, as I am, that is considered an extreme position. We also know that the January 6th proceedings, which are very controversial, were infiltrated by the FBI, infiltrated by the Department of Homeland Services, and that there were provocateurs that were pushing people into the Capitol. By the way, no one who entered the Capitol was armed. No one, not a single person, except for the police. And when they tell you that 5 people were killed, that is not true. 2 people were murdered in cold blood. They were Trump supporters, shot and killed without warning. One was shot and killed. The other one was bludgeoned to death without warning. They weren't menacing anyone. They weren't threatening anyone. They were trespassing. They should have been prosecuted for trespassing. And the other 3 Capitol Hill police officers died after. 2 of them committed suicide, and one of them died of a stroke a day later. But the media here will tell you 5 people died on January 6th. Well, it's just not true. We had these hearings by the January 6th committee. They were all kabuki theater. They were all a made-for-television TV show. There was testimony there. A woman named Cassidy Hutchison, who I don't know, testified about conversations between myself and the White House on January 5th. There are no such conversations. I didn't talk to anyone in the weeks at the White House on that day or in the weeks beforehand. She testified that my friend General Flynn had conversations with the White House on the 5th and 6th. That's also a lie. There are no phone records. There are no such conversations. They even went so far as to show manipulated videos, which are fabrications. I mean, as you know, the technology now exists to create videos to make it appear that people say and do things they haven't done. And they showed 2 videos that are allegedly of me, but if you look carefully, you can't see my mouth, so you really don't know what I was saying. All you have to do is add a voice track, and here's Roger Stone threatening people. No, he isn't. You can't see his mouth. You don't know what he's really saying. You see? I mean, that's how they do things. So, again, most people saw the January 6th committee hearings as exactly what they were, a completely one-sided investigation. There was not a single Trump supporter on the committee. So how could you have a fair, balanced, bipartisan investigation? It was yet another witch hunt.